help me out. So he had you draw these 2 checks.
Yeah.
Okay. How much were they worth?
25,000 each.
This is Amelia Bassoon, wife of Joshua Remsami, known as the banking couple from hell. Cashing more than just checks made this the biggest banking scandal of the century. Mrs. Bassoon was an employee at Chase Banking, where she managed the funds of a dementia-ridden man. Amelia and her husband took advantage of the man's old age and cashed 2 checks of over $25,000. Joshua Ramsamy cashed them straight into his bank account. However, things started to go to pot when the man's daughter Cynthia Stack and her son Sean Stack came asking questions. Joshua tells Amelia he will take care of it. His silencing method of choice landed them both here today, facing more than just theft charges. On the 26th of July 2018, Amelia Bassoon is taken into custody as an accomplice to second-degree murder. She will do anything to get away with her charges, including flirting with the detectives. However, her hair flips and eyelash batting won't get her out of this one.
Where are you working right now?
I work for Chase in Pine Hills.
All right, Amelia. We got to go over these with you, okay? Because you were brought here the way you were brought here. All right. I want to talk to you. There's always 2 sides to every story. You understand what I'm saying? And obviously, we have one side of a story right now, and that's why you're sitting here. So we want to get the other side of the story, okay? But for us to talk to you, I want to make sure I go over your rights with you and you understand those rights, okay? And if you have any questions about any of these, you make sure you ask me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. You have the right to remain silent. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Is that yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Any questions about that? No?
I
Okay.
just normally when this starts is like someone getting in trouble or arrested or something.
Well, we just, like I said, we want to be able to talk to you, all right?
Yeah,
And this is
of
the right way to do
course.
that. And I'm sure there could be a very reasonable explanation as to why you're here,
Yeah.
all right? But we have to talk to you about that, okay?
Okay.
So like I said, we only have one side of a story.
Here is where Amelia starts to play into her flirtatious plan to get out of the interview. We can see Amelia speaking in a high-pitched tone, hoping to seem more innocent and friendly, but watch her body language as she feeds into the act.
So, how long have you lived at that house over there?
We moved in June, either June or July. We just purchased that home.
Okay. It's a big home.
Yeah, we just moved here from New York.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We're in New York.
From Queens.
Queens.
Yeah.
Mets?
Yankees.
Yankees. In Queens?
Yeah, I know.
I grew up in New Jersey.
Okay, so you're a Mets fan.
Well, we don't have any of our own teams, so we got a copy off of New York. But I wasn't really a baseball fan, but I go with Yankees, though, too.
Okay.
Jets football?
And I'm a football fan.
No?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. How do you like it down here?
It's okay. I actually went to school over here.
Where'd you go to school?
We moved from New York when I was like around 16.
Okay.
So I went to high school over here, college, and then
UCF?
I went to Valencia.
Valencia.
So
Okay.
my dad got a promotion with work, so they decided to move our whole family over there, and I decided to go with them.
Okay.
And then we moved back here because New York is not.
It's tough. It's expensive up there.
It's hard to live there when you're for me, for an adult, and I was only a kid over there, so when I started over, it's
So
hard.
expensive. Yeah, and then they have the state income tax. I know New Jersey. My parents pay that state income tax. It's like it kills them.
Mm-hmm.
How old is your son?
My son is 7.
7?
He'll be 8.
He's got a different last name than you.
Yeah. So his father is my husband is not his father.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And that's something we see so much more nowadays. Yeah, so.
You can see the detective has caught on to her act and decides to aid her tactics by playing back, hoping by playing friendly she will confess sooner to her devious acts.
Did I hear you say he shot himself in the leg?
Yeah. So in December we went bowling.
Okay.
And we were dropping 2 of our friends home, and I guess he put his gun in the bottom of the driver's seat, and I don't know if it was a new gun. I don't touch it. I don't know.
Okay.
He said it's ambidextrous, so I'm guessing the safety is on both sides.
I guess.
And I don't know if the safety came off when he picked it up, but it shot him in his thigh.
That must have hurt.
Yeah.
He's lucky, those
Well, it
arteries and
missed the
stuff in there.
artery.
Yeah.
And, the bullet went around the bone and around the artery, through and through.
Jeez, that's lucky.
I know, he's crazy.
Here, you can see Amelia moving her hair to the side, revealing her neck, a crucial move in Amelia's play. A simple body language move such as moving your hair to the side shows that you are comfortable in your surroundings. A weird place to be comfortable, Amelia.
What happened with this write-up? So, I mean, had you been a banker for him for a while? I mean...
Yeah, so I've been his banker since I moved here.
Did you... Okay.
Since we moved here.
So what happened with these checks?
Nothing. He called him. I have the record over global security.
Mm-hmm.
So when they came in, they pulled like call logs, they pulled like cameras, just to make sure like the little signature files. Because I mean, it's still federal, it's the bank. So they wanted to make sure that I wasn't like, I guess, stealing.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to like do this whole like track record and contact him, make sure that like he did give me permission to go ahead and pull this money out of the account, to write these 2 checks out.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. I mean, that happened since March. That was...
When you talk to Gerald, I mean, how did he appear to you? Is he a young guy, old guy?
He's old.
Oh, how did he appear to you when you talked to him?
He's okay.
He was okay?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever have any issues when you talked to him about remembering things or anything like that?
No, he told me he had brain... Like, I know, like, a little about himself. Like, he had brain surgery.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, he remembers things. I don't think he forgets, really. He's a little frantic sometimes because he gets, like... I don't know, like, he's just frantic. That's it. Like, when he talks to me, he always brings up, like, stories about, like, his kids and, I don't know, like, traumatic things that happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it. I mean, that's really the only time I see him, like, ever, like, frantic. But other than that, he's still nice.
Okay. Yeah, nice guy.
Amelia's shoulders begin to slouch and her arms cross her body. Telltale signs that a person is uncomfortable. The detectives notice this change in body language and decide now's the time to amp up the pressure. They begin to question Amelia on the 2 checks that were withdrawn from Gerald's account, where she claims his grandson came to pick them up.
When did he come in and pick them up?
Either the day after or the same day, I don't remember.
Okay.
Because it was either the day before or the day after, I opened up an account for him. I don't know if it was the same day or not, but I did open up his account for the grandson.
Amelia begins to change her tactic from flirtatious to clueless. The detective decides to stop playing games and starts putting more pressure on Amelia for the truth.
Never been arrested before, is that correct?
No, sir.
You have a 7-year-old son, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me explain something to you, Amelia.
Okay.
All right. People do things sometimes, especially money. Money makes people do crazy things, right? Let's be real, okay? We've talked to Gerald, all right? Gerald can't barely tell you what day it is, okay? So, and anybody who talks to him should know that. So if he asked you to do that, there's 2 things. There's 2 problems we have here, isn't there? Let's start talking. Let's agree with each other. There's 2 problems, don't you think?
Okay. That's it, just the 3 of us. It was a white woman, Deborah. I Googled her to get the notary done. My husband and myself. Probably another banker that sat with him.
And if they did it at your request, would that be unusual?
No.
No?
If they did it at my request?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out.
No.
No. I think your best bet right now is to be completely honest with us, okay?
Okay.
So let's go on a little bit more, okay? The truth is going to be the best thing right now, okay? Let's go on a little bit more, okay? Do you know what branch? Okay. So
I didn't...
this happened in May?
My write-up for work in May.
Is the account still open?
The father?
Mm-mm. No? Do you still do the banking for Gerald?
Majority of the time, sometimes yes.
Still?
Sometimes yes.
Sometimes? As much as you used to?
The last time I spoke to him was Father's Day.
Okay. And what did you speak to him about on Father's Day?
Just wish him happy Father's Day. That was it.
And so, had you been talked to by anybody at the bank about this since then? Do you still have access to Gerald's account? Are you sure about that?
If I still have access to it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
can
I can still go into it and look at it
And no managers talked to you about access to his account since?
No, because I...
Do you know any of Gerald's family members?
I know his grandson who came to open the account.
What's his name?
I don't remember. I know they have the same last name.
Okay. And did you know him before that?
No, I only met him through the grandfather. And I know he has a daughter. His daughter's name is Cindy. She had called me.
She called you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What did she call you about?
I think last week, was it last week Monday or the week before?
Mm-hmm.
She had called me about her dad's account.
Mm-hmm.
Here is where it gets interesting. As you can see here, Amelia admits that Gerald's daughter Cynthia had called asking about her father's transaction history. Watch how this unfolds.
They had went into the branch for like a transaction history, and they were just calling me to confirm about the funds, about like what's going on. And
Cindy called you?
Mhm.
She called you at work?
well, yes, at work. She was at that branch at Americana, and they called me from there. So I'll let her know when I get home. I'll talk to her. But the thing is, like,
Hold on, let me make sure I understand. So she called you, so the branch that she was at called you at your branch?
at my branch and at my cell phone.
Well, they called both.
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
I think it was my desk phone.
Mm-hmm.
They called me at my desk,
Mm-hmm.
and I spoke to her over the phone. And she was just going through her dad's transaction history.
Okay. And what did she say to you? Mm-hmm.
She asked about the checks.
Mm-hmm.
That was really it. Oh, and the check that I had stopped that was supposed to go out, and then that he wanted to push back through, but it went out down. So those
Okay.
three things.
And you told her you were going to talk to her more when you got home?
Yeah, because I can't talk when I'm at work. I couldn't talk about the situation when I was at work.
Okay. So tell me about the conversation. You called her when you got home?
Well, yeah, I spoke to her when I got home, but there's just certain information I'm not allowed to give her because there's no other name on the account besides the father.
Well, technically, you're not supposed to be talking on the cell phone with a client or
Well, yeah.
customer anyway, right?
Well, yeah, that's the
All right,
thing,
So
so-
you're not worried about that. You were just worried about giving her information about Gerald.
Exactly.
Okay. So what did she ask you about?
She was just asking me about the transaction history on the account, but I'm trying to let her know that I can't. She was asking about that.
Did you do that?
Yes.
Were they at the branch for that?
Sean was, yes.
Sean was.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. So what else? What else did you guys talk about on the phone?
That was really it. She just kept calling me about the whole transaction
She
history.
kept calling you? How many times did she call you?
She called me. When did she call me? She called me that day.
Mm-hmm.
She called me the day after, and then I think she skipped a day and called me one day after that as well.
This is all on your cell phone.
Yes, it's my cell phone.
Do you think that's unusual?
For her to call me so often, yes, because she wasn't calling me before at all.
So how many times in total do you think she called you?
Probably about 3 or 4 times.
As the investigation continues to unfold, the detectives start losing their patience for Amelia's games and start to drop the nice guy demeanor.
Again, this is where I get lost. I mean, follow me here. So he comes in to open an account and he transfers $10,000 over, right?
Yes.
So why does he have to take $50,000 out to get to you to hold on to when he could just transfer $10,000 over like
Well,
that?
the thing is, at the time of, he didn't want to give him the full funds. So
Right,
it's
but
not-
Gerald's not spending a lot of money. Let's be real. I've
No,
looked at his
he's
account.
not
He's
at
not
all.
spending a lot of money, right? No. So he can leave 50. He's got well more than 50,000 in there, right? So he can leave 50,000 in there and not spend it. He doesn't. It's not like he's spending money like it's going out of style. So he didn't have to give you money to hold on to. Okay? That doesn't make any sense.
But that's what he did, though.
No,
so-
no. But here's the problem. Okay. Listen. Here's Amelia. Listen. Okay. At a certain point in time, you have to move past it. All right? He's a nice guy, and I'm sure you really do care about him.
I do.
Do you see now?
But it's not like I don't want to make it. Okay.
Mm-mm. No. Did you take advantage of that old man?
I didn't take advantage. Yes.
Then let's get it right. Okay?
But I don't want to say I took advantage of him, no.
What did you do then?
I don't want to say I took advantage of him because he's a really nice guy.
Yeah?
This is where the investigation takes a dark turn. Amelia breaks at shocking news of this investigation's turn, as it's clear now that she's up for more than just dodgy checks and mystery withdrawals.
I don't know the severity of what he did,
What did he do?
but he knows the relationship that I have with Mr. Stack. He knows that. I mean, I would take him food, like,
Listen to me.
so at a point he would get upset with me that, like, I'm too nice, that I can't kind of act with my customers, but he's the old guy. He has no family. He has nobody, like nobody. And I guess he was started to get upset that why are you letting your feelings at work push you out, kind of like, and make you react outside. And I mean, I talked to him because, you know, he's my husband. I talked to him.
Did Josh say that you kind of were owed this money because you were taking care of this guy?
I don't know if he said that, but
Something like that? What did he tell you?
I don't want to get in trouble. I didn't do anything.
Okay. We need to know. Well, then tell us, okay? Tell us.
I don't know what he did. That.
What do you... Okay. What do you think he did?
I don't think he did anything.
The detectives have been speaking to Amelia for over 2 hours and have executed their investigation perfectly. The two detectives leave the room to discuss their new tactics. This is where detective number 3 comes in with blankets and circles back to the flirtatious and kind approach Amelia showed at the beginning of the interview.
It's too long. I know you're cold.
Okay.
Hey, you need to talk. You need to get out from underneath this big time. Did I tell you who they work for?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're homicide detectives, so.
I know.
And they want you to be a witness, not a suspect. So the only way it's gonna happen is you gotta talk to them.
That's why I want to talk to them, because I just don't want to be involved in any of this. Like,
Okay.
I don't want any part of this. I want to be able to go home.
Okay.
This-
What didn't you tell me?
Detective number 3's tactics seem to be rubbing off on Amelia, leading to the investigation getting a full confession.
If you know what happened, tell them. Do you know what happened?
I do.
What happened?
Well, it's about this whole check situation.
Well, we're not talking about the check situation. We're talking about the homicide part. What do you know?
My husband called these people who pretended he was somebody else. He got their address and he went over there. And I didn't know.
What did he tell you?
He told me that he didn't tell me what he was going to do, because I don't know the severity of it, the situation. Like, I didn't know like it was going to be to this extent, because I didn't even know these two people were dead until they just told me that. All he kept saying to me is, I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it.
What did he tell you afterwards?
When he got home, he didn't really speak to me. My son had to go to school and I had to be at work. So we didn't get to talk much about the situation. I got home the night of, and he's just like, don't ask me any questions.
Okay.
He's like, I don't want to talk about it. It was just like this disgusting attitude that he had. And he said if I said anything that
Did he tell you what he did and told you not to say anything?
No, he just told me if you say anything, then,
Okay.
like because, I mean, I'm not stupid.
Okay, but eventually he told you what happened.
No, he didn't tell me that he killed anybody, or that he was going.
But you know that he was going over there.
I knew that he was going over there.
As the detective inches closer, opening up his arms to a relaxed position, he is inviting Amelia to tell him more. And oh boy does she.
Can we start over from the beginning then?
And he knew who Cindy was.
Only because of the conversations that me and her were having.
Okay, go ahead, I'm sorry.
So he took her phone number and he called her, and I don't know the severity of their conversation, but the next day he went and he bought a gun. Then that's another reason why we fought as well, because why are you buying his? He shot himself in the leg recently in December. So I just don't want a gun around me. I don't want it in my house. I don't want it nowhere. I let her know that, Friday, if you want to give me a call back, I'll let you know the severity of the situation and kind of what's going on with the checks. I don't know if it was Tuesday or Wednesday. He called out of work. And he said that I'm going to take care of things. Where are you going? What are you doing? He's not telling me anything. He's like, just know that I'm going to handle it. Those were his words. Just know that I'm going to handle it. I didn't hear from him all night.
Okay.
I didn't talk to him all night. He had his phone off. He texted me like around 10 o'clock and he said, yo.
10 o'clock in the morning the next day?
No, the night.
That night, okay.
He texted me, yo, and he also called me, but I wasn't around my phone. I was with family, so I missed both call and text message. The next day, he comes home, and he's like banging on the door. This is like
Where the apartment or the house where we were at today?
Yes.
Okay.
He came banging on the door. When he came home, he took the gun apart. He was shaking. He took all his clothes off. He put it in a garbage bag, and then he went by his mom and dad's house
Okay. Where's his mom and dad live?
in Ocoee.
Ocoee.
Can you there?
Yeah.
Okay. When you're ready to go.
Okay. Can I kind of know what's going on? Or-
Yes. You are going to be arrested. You have quite a few charges on you. Okay. So stand up.
Okay. I have to put my shoes on.
Yeah. Put those on.
Can I know the charges? Or...
Yeah. I'll let you know as we walk out there. Okay. Okay. Hands behind your back. Got him facing.
Joshua Ramsamy and Amelia Bassoon were arrested. Joshua was faced with first-degree murder charges of Cynthia Stack and Sean Stack, and was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison with parole in 25 years. Amelia Bassoon had her charges for accessory to first-degree murder dropped. However, she was still charged with theft and sentenced to 3 years in prison.